everyone. So I'm not sure if I've ever really talked about this before. I'm sure I've mentioned it like in videos, but I've noticed that like one of the main differences, at least between INFJs and anybody of like the T preference, the way that we talk is different. I mean, the way that we think is different, obviously, and we're different in more than just those ways, but like talking with them, it's interesting to see how I will start sentences with I feel and then this, and it's like every time they start a sentence it's an I think and this, and it's just very interesting to me because my first go-to isn't I think this thing, it's I feel this way about this thing, or I feel this way, I feel that this is going to happen, I feel that this is why, I feel that this is my thought. But it's not like I think this thing, this thing, this thing. It's like, it's interesting, and I don't know why that's so prevalent. Like, it's not just INTJs, it's ESTPs, ENTPs, and those are like really the only ones that I've had. I might have known an INTP as well, and it was still like, I think, but like those are the ones that I have the most experience with, like knowingly, and which, by the way, so we've gone over before how I don't necessarily get along with ESTJs very much because we're so different in like a lot of ways, and I mean, I think it's also, I just use an I think probably because I'm talking about an ESTJ, whatever, but like it's hard to get on the same page sometimes with them, although because like I believe that my mother is an ESTJ, and we definitely don't communicate the same way. In a lot of regards, we don't, like, I understand where she's coming from, and I can change the way that I'm communicating to suit her needs of that, but that's never reciprocated. And it's like I love you, but work with me here. It's weird. But I mean, INFJs, NFs usually have the hardest time talking to STs because it's so different. And I can definitely understand that. But I have met another ESTJ recently, and I mean, we get along pretty well. There's definitely times where we get on each other's nerves, or like I'll find things annoying and they'll find things annoying, and it's like kind of we're at a standoff. Not like super bad or anything, just it's a little weird. The good thing is that since we both know that we're different, we accommodate that, which is nice. Like the ESTJs that are like, okay, I know that I'm different from this person, so like what can I do to help them feel comfortable talking to me? And you know, like obviously that's what we're doing too, So that's a nice give and take. And like, if you're an ESTJ watching this, I promise you the INFJ can see and appreciate your time and effort trying to make them feel comfortable. Because it's not an easy feat. I don't know. And like, INFJs can have hours upon hours of conversations, getting back to the F versus T. We can have hours and hours of conversations that are of like a thinking preference only. At least I can. I'm not sure if all INFJs can. I feel like we can, because that's like that's something that we hold in high regard. But could be just me. I don't know. I like to talk a lot, or I like to know information a lot, knowledge. So like, it's really fun for me to talk to people who are like, I get along very well with INTJs. I mean, I get along with ENTPs. They're kind of, to me, like the, I don't want to say the existentialists, but kind of. They are very up in their mind, and I can relate to that. I think they think about more broad subjects. There was this video that somebody else did, and forgive me, I have no idea the name of it. I really should have. I didn't know I was going to talk about this video, so sorry. It was talking about the INFJ versus like the ENFP. I think that's who they were comparing it to. Which the ENFP is like the long distance swimmer, and the INFJ is like the deep sea diver. So they work really well together, because the ENFP will just have all these conversations, like all these topics that they're like, all right, what about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Like, and we'll take what they're giving us and be like, all right, let's delve into this. I think that is more than just the ENFP, and I'm sure that other types are deep sea divers as well. And it's interesting also to see who starts the conversations and changes the topic or brings up something new to talk about. I feel like maybe ISFJs do that too. Could be wrong. But regardless. Meaning ISFJs are the long distance. But I've brought this thinking versus feeling like way of talking up to a few people, and it's like, it's so funny to catch yourself doing it, because when you're not noticing it, it's just natural. And then when you notice it, like I've been doing, I've been trying to add think into things so that way it's not like every single time, because it sounds really repetitive. Always saying, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel. But it's true. Then it's kind of hard to get away from. And I feel like the T preference, when they notice that too, they're like, oh, that is kind of repetitive. So then they'll say like, I believe, or it's just my opinion, or something like that. Like, they won't start the sentence that way. They'll end it that way. I don't know. It's very interesting how we can all be grouped into things like this, and whether or not you believe you are what, the test says that you are, based on the fact of if you were honest with the test. I also think it depends on what time of day you take the test, because at the end of the day, like, I'm worn out. I need to go to bed in order to recharge and, like, be ready to face the day again the next morning. So I always take the test after I wake up, before I get out of bed. That way I'm actually me, and I'm not, like, going into a different brain mode that's like, all right, time to go to work, or time to go hang out with somebody else. Like, it's not me changing my personality in order to fit somebody else's needs. It's not me being a chameleon, it's just me being me. Hence why, like, I think I've taken it probably about 6 times now, and other than the very first time when I got an INTJ because my feelings were cut off, I've gotten INFJ every single time. So, I mean, and that's over a very long period of time. I think it's been probably about 4 years now. Yeah, about 4 years now since I started taking it. So, it's a pattern of reliable things that I now base my opinion on. So anytime I give the test to somebody new, it's like, take it at this time. I guarantee you'll get more accurate results than if you were to take it at the end of the day. But totally forgot where I was going. Got onto a tangent, which is nice. I haven't been on a tangent in a while. In a video with myself. Yeah. Out of breath again. Why? Weird. I don't know. I like looking back at all my old notes about INFJs and every other type. I think that's all I have to add for this video, because kind of covered it. Kind of covered everything. So, if you have any comments on, like, the thinking and feeling ways of talking, let me know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. If you feel that that's true for you, if you think that that's true for you, let me know that too. Yeah. Alright. That's it. Thanks for watching.